Hi everyone, my name is Laura and I'm here with Dean. And in this short video, we are going to highlight some of the new service desk features from VIZOR's latest release. Dean, let's just jump right into it. Can you show us a little bit more about managing ticket closures?
Yeah, so there's been some nice improvements to what happens when a ticket is closed in this release. So this surfaces itself in a number of ways. So it can be done in bulk. So for example, we could run a query and select all of the tickets which are older than 6 months, and we may want to close those in bulk. So we can come into the summary view, select all of the tickets and select close tickets. When we close those tickets, we have the option of whether we want to send an alert to the contact or the person who submitted that ticket to let them know that the ticket is closed. And perhaps if a ticket is older than 6 months, then it may not be relevant to send an alert to tell the person that the ticket is closed. Doing so may, in fact, cause some confusion. And so as you can see here, it's an option, so you can turn that on or off, but it's now available within this release. You can also control this at the ticket level as well. So if we open up a ticket, then we have the option to skip the closure notifications at a per ticket level. So we can come in here and decide to skip those closure notifications. This could be useful in a scenario, maybe you're on the phone to the person who submitted the ticket and the issue has been resolved, and you don't want to send an email because they're aware that the ticket has been resolved. So you can come into here and select skip notifications, then when the ticket is closed, they won't receive a notification.
Yeah, that's very cool, depending on people's workflows. So we cater to multiple different workflows, which is very cool. And I'm not sure if everyone has noticed, but VIZOR has a new look. Can you show us a little around that, Dean?
Yeah, so there's a new color scheme. We also have some new icons as well. For the service desk, then we've refined some of the views. So the state and severity fields are now hidden by default. And so they're still available. So if you're using those fields with your existing installation, then that's absolutely fine. But we've just decided to hide them by default to keep the interface nice and clean. And some of the functionality around those fields is dealt with the progress field, which, as you can see here, is still available. Also have a new tasks and tab, which allows help desk analysts to assign a task related to a ticket to an individual. So this may be somebody actually outside IT, and you can separately track the life cycle of that task separate from the actual ticket itself. As you can see, you can have many tasks which are linked to a ticket, each with their own active life cycle.
Oh, that's very cool. I didn't know that. That's a very cool new feature. And now I kind of want to move to the repairs section, because we have a whole section for repairing devices. Can you show us what's new in there?
Yes, so if the ticket is a repair ticket, so let's just change this to a repair ticket, we display a repair tab. On this tab, then there's a number of fields to help diagnose a particular repair, and customers can change these based on those their particular requirements. But in particular, with regards to repairs, then there's new chargeback functionality. So, say for example, somebody dropped their Chromebook, and there's a cost associated with fixing the screen. So we can associate a cost with that repair, and we can charge back that repair to the customer or the individual which submitted that repair. So that would create a new chargeback record within the VIZOR system. So if we go to the home page, the help desk managers and analysts can see the individual chargebacks here. A chargeback can be made to, it could be a department, a cost center, an individual, and it allows help desk to see whether that charge has been paid, for example, because maybe payment is required before releasing the asset back to the individual.
Yeah, very cool. And just before ending this video, are there any new reports in our service desk module of this release?
Yeah, so there's been a number of sort of new reports and refinements to reports within this release. So we have an issues by status report. This can be opened with sort of various different parameters. So if you want to look at category or status, for example, or a duration. So maybe you want to look at a month or a whole year, for example. So if we scroll down, we can see an overview of the status of tickets, and we can also see the category of tickets at a glance. And we break down that information as well, so you can see sort of at a more numeric level the information presented in the charts. The help desk summary report, and there's been some changes here. So at the top, we break down how many tickets each analyst has been working on and the status of those tickets. We provide a sort of nice at-a-glance view of our closure and resolution rate. And at the bottom, we can see the average time elapsed for a ticket before resolution. So that's the complete time between open and closing a ticket. We can see the active time IT have spent working on a ticket, and we can see how long tickets are spent in the queue before they've been assigned to individuals. And so it's a nice summary report. It's the kind of report where you may want to set up a report subscription and have this sent to your inbox at the end of each week, for example.
Yes, very interesting. Well, thank you, Dean, for showing us all these new features. And for everyone listening, just a reminder that these are only some of the features from the latest release. There are actually over 30 new features and updates. So if you want to get all of that information, you can visit our website, www.vizor.cloud, in our documentation section. And if you have any questions, you can email us, ask@vizor.cloud, and we look forward to hearing from everyone. Thank you for joining us today.